All right, and y'all give it up one more time for Mr. Kevin Evans, joined by Mr. Aaron Price on the guitar. We'll get on with some more talent here in just a second. I want to do a quick poem. First, I want to thank everyone who came out to the Poetry Cabaret event last Tuesday. I know a lot of folks were here. Some of the performers are in the house tonight. Aaron and Kevin among them in our next act. So I thought I'd do this one right here. I just wrote this the other night. I guess this is called "This Is Just a Saying." I have not eaten the plums that were in the icebox, and which you were probably saving for breakfast. Casey has. Forgive him. He said they were delicious, so sweet and so cold. But did said plums ever exist? Or were they nocturnal raptors flying to our beds in the suicide night? Forgotten crows from which the quills were plucked. Long strands of Milky Way dust touching our eyelids and twirling in the whiskey, oily with passions of performances, one after another, ringing at our lips, pursed with each word, delicate as the winds this August. I have not eaten the plums, nor drunk their juice, but Casey has, and built an opera house for the blind salespersons of sand, who scribble art on the air in this city, so mild and so bittersweet. Mr. Aaron Price on the guitar. Cool. Keep in mind we do this each and every Wednesday right here at the Kava bar. Up next on the open mic, we have a special treat for you. In the house tonight, we have, he happens to be the world's greatest harmonic trump player. He's also the organizer of the World Peace Day event here in Asheville, which we have some pledges for back on the table there. Anyway, without further ado, I'd like for y'all to give a big warm Kava bar welcome for Mr. Ben Mack. Give it up.
I prefer Dr. Ben Mack. Some people call me Dr. Asperger. I'd like to begin with a Latin phrase. Causa latet vis est notissima. The cause is hidden, the force well known. My performance tonight is an ode to my father and an apology to Matt Thorpe. I met Matt Thorpe this last week, and he is a fraternity brother of mine, and he said, causa latet, and I couldn't remember the rest of the phrase, and I went, the cause is hidden, the force well known. And he says, actually, it's the cause is hidden, the result well known. And I said, I prefer a different translation. And he said, who is that? And I said, Arthur Mordecai Mack, because that's my father. And he got his PhD from Harvard in the classics. And his preferred preference of that phrase is, the cause is hidden, the force well known. So Matt, I'm sorry I was so righteous to you. And Dad, this is a tribute to you, because you always said that singing was something that brought you harmony in life. And this last week, for the first time, I sang from my heart and felt like I experienced my voice as a singer. And I'll share that at the end. But first, I'd like to share with you guys my favorite joke. You know what this is?
What?
An origami boulder. Thank you. Thank you. Check, please. Appreciate that. I have a favor to ask of this gentleman here. I don't know your name. May I borrow your stick?
Of course.
Thank you.
Use the ladder!
What?
Do it with the ladder!
Would anybody be offended if I called Caleb an asshole? Would you mind standing here to make sure nobody walks through or that they...
Like that guy?
Right, yeah, I'll do it. Come on through. I just don't, yeah. No, the other way.
You gonna do it for real? Use the ladder.
Thank you. And in a moment, I am going to sing. As some of you know, I have had a contentious relationship with my landlord. And if you don't know, in the state of North Carolina, if you want to sue a landlord for abuse of different kinds, a fascinating fact is that when you allegate abuse, you have to swear that you're telling the truth and sign an affidavit. But the defendants, the landlords, or any of their witnesses, are not required to sign anything that they swear to tell the truth, which feels peculiar to me. Last Friday, I found out that I lost my case after 7 months. And the state investigator interviewed 5 witnesses for the defense, and 0 of my witnesses. And yet, 2 days later, I was able to get out of my lease. Because the upstairs neighbor who had been tormenting me with a trumpet and intentionally startling me as I would walk by at times, with witnesses having seen that, when I got home 4 days ago, and half a minute into my being home in my tranquility, and he is not a trumpet player, he simply purchased a trumpet to make loud, obnoxious noises to offend me. So I get home, and he goes, and I sing on top of my lungs, "Were ye born an asshole, or did you work at it your whole life? Either way, it worked out fine, because you're being an asshole right now." Half an hour later, I got an email with my landlord inviting me to move out. Thank you.
Y'all keep it going for Ben Mack. Thank you, Ben. Nicely done. He actually did the ladder. Jesus.
Now what you asked for?
All right. Careful what you wish for. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you, Ben. Cool. We're gonna keep rolling right along here tonight. Keep in mind, we do this right here each and every Wednesday night. So keep joining us right here at Noble Kava. Be sure and get some drinks from the bar. We got Max serving them up for you back there. Be sure and see him for all your drinking needs. Up next we got Kurt Satters. Kurt Satters and Whisker Biscuit. Y'all welcome Kurt up to the mic. Give it up.
Me and my friend here are gonna just play a little bit while our friend Johnny Mack reads some words. Then after that, I'm gonna sing a couple songs.